Here we go. You can't really see what I got loaded, but we're about to hit the road for Texas. And good morning. Now that it's daylight, you guys can actually see me. I am headed to Warrenton, Texas, to the antique show. Sean needed help, so I said I'd help haul his trailer down there for him. I'm hauling a load of stuff in the back of my truck. And then the guys I'm going with, this is what they got. Some good and ugly loads to head down the highway. We're getting ready to hit the road again now. We just came by here so I could get a Kansas under 2M tag, make this trailer a little bit more legal. Technically, that under 2M means that it has to be under 2M fully loaded, and I guarantee you it's over 2,000 pounds fully loaded. But once we get out of Kansas, it won't be a big deal. It just makes it look a little bit better, you know? And it's not that much over. I mean, we're probably at like 2,500 pounds. It's nothing heavy in this trailer. It's just lamps and light fixtures and things like that. So it's really not that big of a deal, but it just looks better having a tag on it. But we've got about a 9.5 hour drive. Probably gonna have to stop at least once to get fuel, maybe twice. We're gonna go down through Oklahoma City, go down through Fort Worth. We should get there, all things considered, sometime around 6:30, somewhere around there. That should give time to go around, check out the show a little bit, and in the morning, gonna go check it out a little bit more. I am gonna have to sleep in the back of my truck back here. I've got a pillow and a blanket, so everything will be fine there. And then I've got my pile of snacks down here. I've got Twizzlers, I've got Nerds, I've got Nutri-Grain bars, I've got some ginger ale, got plenty of water, I got some chocolate milk, I got a donut. I'm good to go for this trip because not only am I going to stop in Warrenton, check out the antique show, either tomorrow or the next day, I'm going to go by an antique salvage yard, check that out. And then if time permits, there's another antique salvage yard that I'm going to go by and check out. So we'll see how it goes. Trying to get some working lights on Ray's trailer because the lights he has on there, the running light on the left side works, but no brake lights, no turn signals, kind of spooky. Now I can see his truck lights, and so I've just been following him to kind of cover up the fact that he doesn't have lights on his trailer. But going through these big cities, we might get separated, so just trying to make it a little bit safer and more legal. So far, so good. Nothing fell off.
Good journey.
And we are on the road again, I believe. Making sure everything's good to go. As far as I can tell, nothing crazy's happened yet. Got about a little under 9 hours left yet. I don't know if you can read it or not, but the sign on this truck says explosives. So I don't know what's on there, but it's explosive. How'd you like to haul that? Well, we had a mishap. All this traffic flying by. This wasn't really a good place for this to happen. I guess at least it didn't happen in the middle of Oklahoma City. We just got through Oklahoma City about, 30 minutes ago or so. But Sean blew a tire. There we go. Yeah, I'm definitely glad this didn't happen in the middle of Fort Worth or Oklahoma City or somewhere like that. Of course, OKC isn't that bad to drive through, but Fort Worth, I don't know. That's not quite as fun. Well, he's just finishing strapping everything back down. We had to unstrap it a little bit to get his spare and his jack out, but it's all ready to go. As soon as he's got it tight again, we're gonna hit the road and off we go. Well, Sean's spare isn't the greatest, so we stopped in Ardmore, Oklahoma at a discount tire store. He's going to try to get a tire put on the rim that was on here. That way, if this blows out, we have something to put on here, because right now he doesn't have anything to put on if this one blows out. This is definitely an adventure. I'm having fun though. That's okay. It happens. I'm definitely glad we're not doing anything illegal or anything like that. I definitely wouldn't want to break any laws or anything like that. Sean had lunch, turkey sandwich. I was eating beef jerky and Nerds clusters. There we go, on the road again. Welcome to Fort Worth. Crazy traffic. I am not liking driving in Texas. We're going about 5 to 10 miles an hour if we're even moving. We keep stopping over and over again. Part of the problem is today is a holiday, so there's a lot of people on the road. If we would have done this tomorrow, it probably wouldn't be this bad. Traffic leaving the city is moving at a normal pace, but traffic coming into the city is absolutely crazy. Well, I survived Fort Worth. It was not a fun experience at all. I've driven in heavy traffic before, and it wasn't fun, but driving in it while pulling a trailer and having people, if you had 15 feet in front of you, they would just cut in front of you and then slam on their brakes. And it's hard to stop a vehicle as big as this truck pulling a trailer on that short of notice. But we survived that. Then we got to Waco just during rush hour, which Waco isn't nearly as big, but it's still a decent size. So I had to deal with a bunch more traffic there. But we made it through that. We're still about an hour away. I woke up at 4 o'clock. I went to bed a little before midnight. I woke up about 4 o'clock this morning, and it is 7:30 right now. So I'm starting to feel it. I'm really starting to feel it. But we've got about an hour left. We're gonna have to stop and get fuel, so it'll probably be a little bit over an hour. But we're on the homeward stretch now. We're almost there. I thought we would have been there already a long time ago, but stuff happens, especially when you're traveling in a caravan like this, with all three of us going. Just different ones of us had different things at different times. But that's all right. We're gonna make it, and that's the most important part. We are here. For the first time ever, I finally made it to the show. I have sent so much stuff here through the years. Over a decade now I've been sending stuff down here, and I finally made it. I've always said I'm going to come down here one of these times, and I'm here. I may not be here for very long, but I did make it at least.
They didn't break?
They didn't break.
Dude.
I even had to slam on my brakes a couple times.
That's the only thing that rolled off the top.
We have casualties in this business.
It didn't break.
It
The
didn't
mate's
break.
up there.
Yeah, nothing broke, so. Well, nothing we can see broke.
Yeah.
And with that, I am done for the day. I will see you guys in the morning. I am flat exhausted, so I'm going to bed. And good morning. It was so dark last night, I couldn't really show you guys around. And honestly, there's really not a whole lot to show you right now, just because a lot of people haven't set up yet. A lot of people have just kicked their stuff out of their trailer. It's not set up nice yet. But I'm going to get the drone out here in just a second, as soon as I get this trailer parked. And I'll show you guys kind of the layout of the place. This place is pretty cool, that's for sure. Like I say, once it's all really set up and going and there's people here, I guess it's pretty wild. Every square inch of this place is packed out with stuff, and there's just trails through it all. But the show doesn't actually start for about a week after I film this. In fact, Sean's got to head out here in just a minute. He's going to park that trailer. He's got to go back and get another trailer yet. There's all Sean's stuff. Well, some of his stuff. Just got it off the trailer for now. He'll organize it all later, like I was saying. Bunch of good junk. But this is the junk show. Check out that sink though. It's a neat old butcher block. And check out this boat. This Chevy truck hood boat. Somebody went through it and welded it all the way down so it wouldn't leak. That's just wild. And you can see they used one big truck hood and one half-ton hood, it looks like. Sean has insisted that I try this coffee, so I guess I'll try the coffee. And I am here to drop off my noses at Jill Suzanne. She has bought a lot of stuff from me from the years, so it'd be good to finally meet her in person. She's still setting up. Like I say, the show doesn't actually start for another week or so. Like the end of this week. This weekend will be busy. This coming weekend. Starts mid-October. I'm not sure when this video will be edited and released. I'm going to try to get on it, get it done pretty quick after filming this. I think today's the 9th. I think so anyway. 10th? I don't know what it is. These are always cool to make bottle caps out of. I have a bottle cap that I had a guy make for me. Actually at this show. I wasn't here, but he made it for me.
Oh yeah.
Wash tubs, wash tubs. These look familiar. These came from my place. And then that door over there was mine at one point. And the Volkswagen doors. Looks like she sold a bunch of them. I sold her a mountain of those things. There's still a few of them left here. Actually, I think these came from me too. That's the name of the game though. Not everything sells every time. Quite the collection of chairs as well. Yeah, once the show's going, all these are packed full of stuff, people everywhere. Left right here.
Oh, you can't get through. Yeah, you can.
Yeah, I can squeeze.
Look at all the antlers.
Wow, that's a lot of antlers.
A lot of antlers.
Man, that's wild.
Yeah.
There's an idea.
Huh?
Bunches of stuff. Goes on and on and on. You guys kind of saw it on the drone. This place is absolutely massive. They say it takes multiple days of going through here to see it all. There's all those antlers again. That's a lot of antlers. Look at all these benches over here. Bunch of cool car stuff here.
Yeah, I mean, it took an afternoon of touching up white paint.
You guys recognize this?
It took like an hour.
That came from my place. It's kind of interesting coming all the way down here to Texas and seeing some of my own stuff down here that I used to have. That's cool though. This guy bought several things from me. And I guess I'm done checking it out. I wish I had more time. I wish the show was actually going on. I think it'd be really cool to make a big video about all the stuff that's going on down here when the show is actually going on, but that's okay. It was good just to come down here. I met a bunch of people. It's always good to make new contacts in this business, so I was really happy to do that. Who knows what else I'll get into on my way home. I do have a couple stops I'm going to be making. However, those are going to be separate videos on the main channel. But anything else I get up to on this adventure outside of those 2 stops that I'll be making, I'll be sure to put in this video, and then we'll close it out when I get home. I want to give a shout out to one of my subscribers. She stopped by this morning and brought us breakfast, so thank you, Kathy. She went by a place called Country Bakery, I believe, and I'm telling you, this stuff is good. I forget what all she brought us. She brought us these and donuts and some, they're called kolaches, something like that, where the sausage inside the wrapped, I don't even know how you describe them, but I mean, it was really top of the line stuff. It was absolutely delicious. I mean, I've had pastries and stuff like that before, but nothing quite as good. So if there's a country bakery around you, if you're from Texas, I don't have any close to me, obviously, but definitely stop in and check them out. Some good stuff. So thank you, Kathy. This is going to be my snack for the ride home as well. Check that out. That's a cool grain silo. Grain building, whatever it may be. Look at this sign on this building here. That's crazy. That's cool though. These small towns, I'm taking the back way to my next stop. I'm probably not going to make it there before they close today, but I'm still going to go ahead and take the back roads because I'm not in a hurry and I really don't want to drive through Fort Worth again. So we're just taking the back roads, sightseeing, seeing what all's out there. I've seen some tons and tons of old cars. Every single one of these towns out in these back roads has old cars in it. Check out the brick on that house. Old gas station. Huh. And you see stuff like this everywhere on these back roads. Usually places like that are only open on the weekend though, and so they're all closed right now. I haven't seen anything open yet, but if I see any that are open, I'm going to stop in. It's definitely beautiful out here. I like the scenery. It's nothing grand and over the top, but it's just really neat. It's just a nice, peaceful, I guess that's the word I was looking for, peaceful area. I like Colorado. It's beautiful there, but sometimes driving up through the mountains and going up and down mountains, it can be kind of a spooky driving through that. So just a nice peaceful drive like this. There's a few rough spots in the road here and there, like that right there, but not that bad. There's a lot of hills, a lot of just good scenery. Like look at this right here. Just rolling hills with small trees. I wonder how old that building is. That's got to be a very old building. Right now I am in something Rose, Texas. Glen Rose. I'm in Glen Rose, Texas. That's where I'm at. Some really old buildings here. This must be a really old town. There must be an ample supply of stone around here because half the buildings are made out of stone. Oh wow, check this out. That greenhouse up there and this, whatever that front yard is, whatever you want to call that. With all the walls. Check that out. That's pretty cool. Big Rocks Park. Well, you know, I gotta stop and check this out. This is definitely interesting. Some very neat formations. I wish so bad I would have had my camera gear with me when I was just in Colorado here. Last Saturday, I stopped by a place called the Paint Mines, something Paint Mines. It was a really beautiful place with lots of really neat natural formations. I'll have to go back sometime with all my camera stuff. This is pretty cool though. Almost looks like a footprint. Giant footprint. Not much water. They must be as dry as we are back home. Not much water at all. Well, I guess we're here. Let's check it out. I see a sign over there, so that must be some sort of hiking trail. We're going to cross what's left of this little bit of water. This is like a game of Frogger. Got to make the right steps so you don't fall in the water. There we go. I was in a hurry to get back, that way I could check that other place I was going to out today, but I'm not going to make it, so I'm kind of glad in a way, because now I'm way far ahead of schedule and I got plenty of time to do stuff like this. Check out those flowers. All the wildflowers are long gone back in Kansas for the fall. No grilling, no campfires, no fireworks. I ain't doing none of that, so no worries. It's got a no trespassing sign, private property sign up there. So never mind. I wish they would have put that down here a little bit lower. I wouldn't have bothered going up there. Oh yeah, I bet you there's some big old fish hide out under these ledges. Man, I bet this is really good fishing. I can just see it now when the water's up. Big old catfish under here, big old flathead. Chilling, waiting for somebody to drop a perch down in front of them. That'd be a fun fight, catch you a big old 30, 40 pounder out of here. Judging by all the grass growing down here though, it hasn't been that deep of water in quite a while. That's the way it is back home. Everything's been down for a couple years now. That rock cracked in half. This one almost looks like a giant bone that's broken. Huh. You just never know what you're going to see driving on the back roads. They've got life jacket rentals up there, so I'm guessing, at least in the relatively recent past, the water was deep enough to at least swim in. But I don't think you need a life jacket right now. It's pretty shallow. I think the life jacket wouldn't even fit under the water. It's like a field of rocks. I wonder what caused this formation here. It's really interesting, that's for sure. Granbury, Texas. I wish I had a fishing pole. I'd go ahead and get my Texas fishing license and go fishing. I've got all my lures and everything else, but I don't have my pole. Look at that tower over there. I wish I had my other camera instead of the GoPro so I could zoom in on that. But man, that is far out.
Turn left onto North Houston Street.
North Houston Street? You mean North Houston? Houston, we have a problem. I think I'm going to get a better look. I got to turn left here. What did I say this town was? Oh, Granbury. This is a far out place. I like this. Check that out. I'm assuming that's their courthouse.
Continue for 20 miles.
So cool. Nice walking trails, gardens, park areas. Looks like a pretty nice place. Lake Granbury. I wonder if it's Granbury or Granbury. Yeah, I guarantee you there's good crappie fishing on this bridge that I'm driving across right now. It's a pretty unique lake. It's kind of winding. It's not real wide, but it's real long, and it just kind of winds back and forth. I bet you it's got good fishing in it. It must be a pretty decent sized town because they've got a pretty big housing district over here. I'll look up the population when I'm not driving. If I had to guess, I'd say it's probably about the same size as Hutchinson, where I'm from. So I just drove past a sign, and the sign said population of just under 12,000. However, a lot of these communities, I guess, are outside the city limits, and so they're not counted as part of the actual population. The population of the whole county, it said, was 68,000, I believe is what it said. And that's about the same population as the county that I'm from. So I was close. The town itself isn't as big as the town I'm from, but the county is about the same. Check out all those pumpkins. That is a boatload of pumpkins. Some more beautiful architecture.
In 1,000 feet, at the traffic circle, take the second exit onto Farm to Market 51 North Main Street.
Yes, thank you. As I was saying, some beautiful architecture here. Obviously, I was driving, so I couldn't film it very good, but it's wild to me that they have the courthouse in the middle of a roundabout. Now, roundabouts aren't always the most convenient thing, but putting a building in the middle of a roundabout just seems slightly inconvenient to me. Maybe that's just what they had to do to make the streets work as the town grew. I don't know. And I made it to Decatur. I got here, took a shower, got cleaned up, shaved, all that good stuff. Rested for a little bit, then I got hungry, so I ran to Jack in the Box. Good old greasy fast food cheeseburger and fries, but you know, we don't have Jack in the Box back home, so I thought I'd try something a little bit different. It's kind of a weird setup to get to this motel. You actually have to go down one highway, turn on another highway, then use that to get to a road, then that road takes you back to the first highway, but you're going the opposite direction. And then you can come into another road, and that takes you to a frontage road that takes you to the motel. You can't just drive to the motel. Even for me to go get Jack in the Box, you can almost see it from here. Actually, you can. You can see the sign from here. I don't know if it's going to pick up on the GoPro or not, but it's just right over there. But after I went through the drive-thru, I had to go take a loop-de-doo on one road, go down another road, use that road to get to another road, take that road and just loop up around. Then I had to go through a residential neighborhood, and then I had to drive across a field. It says to do it on the maps. It says to drive right through the middle of the field where there's a little rocky path, and so I did it. And then that loops you up around to the frontage road that the motel is on, and then you can go ahead and come on in. But tomorrow's the day. I'm going to be making 2 separate videos for the other channel. If anything else interesting happens in between those 2 videos, though, I will be sure to include that in this video. And then whenever I make it home, we will close this one out. So I guess I'll see you guys tomorrow. Well, we are on the road again. Got done at the Antique Salvage Yard in Sunset. If you want to see that video, you need to check that out on the main channel when it comes out. Now I'm headed to Oklahoma. This is a little tiny town southeast of Oklahoma City. I think the name of it is Stonewall. It's close to Ada, Oklahoma. But the route from Sunset to there is pretty much nothing but backwoods, blacktops, little skinny roads. It's kind of weird though, because I've been driving in this Texas traffic now for a couple days, and it's been pretty crazy, but there is nothing out here. No other cars, nothing. But we are literally in the middle of nowhere. People always act like there's no mountains in Oklahoma, but there are mountains in Oklahoma. They're just not quite as big as the mountains people normally think of. But that over there is the Arbuckle Mountains. To people from Colorado and places like that, those are the Arbuckle Hills. But they are in fact mountains. And I believe some of the oldest mountain ranges in the United States are in Oklahoma. Well, I'm almost where I'm going. I am definitely in the backwoods of Oklahoma. All these skinny little roads. And with that, I am on the last leg of my journey. I am now headed back home. I'm leaving Dylan's place. I'm headed home. It's about a 4.5 hour drive. I may stop and get something to eat somewhere. If I find anything, I have no clue if anything is going to be on the road or not. I don't have any reception out here right now, so I'm trying to remember how to get back to the highway. I don't even remember how to get there, but as soon as I can find a reception, I'm going to plot my route home. Probably going to get home sometime around 11, 12 o'clock at night, and then I've got to go inside, get to sleep, because I've got to be at work in the morning again. I wish I could travel full time and explore the world, but it doesn't really pay the bills. One good thing is I am very impressed with this truck. Now, Sean paid for my fuel going there, but it only took $170 going there. That was fully loaded, pulling a heavy trailer with a big flat front on it. Coming back right now, I'm getting really good fuel mileage driving this truck. It's probably going to cost me about, I'm thinking about $110, $120 total to drive from Warrenton all the way up to Decatur, then to Sunset, and then to here in Ada, Oklahoma, and then all the way back to home. So it really wasn't that expensive of a road trip. I was really actually pretty impressed with it.